Hi Libra, welcome to your end of October 2022 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. Happy birthday as we go into the Scorpio season. There are still some Libra people at the time I'm recording this who are having their birthdays. You're a late degree, Libra. Okay. I feel like this may not resonate with some of you if you're not having relationship issues, so whatever. It just is the way that it happens sometimes. We had a full moon in Aries on the 9th of October, and it was in your relationship sector. And so this might be the fallout of that for some of you, because we have here the Hierophant, which is a card that is connected to marriage, and this is the house that full moon was in. The full moon can bring something to a crisis point and mean that a person feels very strongly this sense of something has to give. We can't go on with this much longer. Or maybe a secret comes out and that forces a person to look at their marriage, their committed partnership, and, really admit to themselves what's going on with it. In the past position, you have the Three of Swords. This is a card of rejection, heartbreak, and this may come in many different forms. If you have had problems with fidelity with your partner and you catch them again with this, you can feel that sense of rejection, like I'm not good enough, that other person is who they prefer and they can't stop seeing that other person. And really, you might be right in a sense in that context, but the truth is, why do people think that this says something about them? This is sometimes the other person can be going through a feeling of insecurity on their part, and they're looking to seem like they are desirable, and they're going about it the wrong way. It's possible that they feel a certain attraction to somebody. They might have a sex addiction. Even if they feel an attraction to somebody, that doesn't mean that they have to go and sleep with that person. So I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, well, they feel an attraction, so that's a legitimate reason for cheating. No, but people sometimes have sex addictions. They have a lot of issues that they may have never even told you that they're dealing with privately. And you're just looking at yourself and judging yourself harshly. So the higher message is represented by the Eight of Swords. What kind of self-limiting beliefs have been inflicted and programmed into you that need to be let go of, Libra? I can just say with Libra in general, the need to be accepted, the need to be approved of. These kinds of things can create so much unhappiness because you're trying to be something that you may not be to please somebody else instead of being your own person. And in being your own person, in being authentic, attracting someone who appreciates you for you, as cheesy as that sounds, it really is something that you have to do in order to feel that sense of genuine appreciation from another person. And you know what? It's a vibe. Other people will sense it when they know that you're being who you really are. And you will be irresistible. I'm convinced of it, because there's nothing more attractive than somebody who is comfortable in their own skin. Not just in terms of physically, and that's something also with Libra, being insecure with your physical appearance, and that's making you look insecure just in general, which it is a form of that. So all of these things, if the more that you tune into that and stop allowing yourself to be with somebody who kind of triggers more of those feelings of low self-esteem, the better off you're going to be, obviously. What crosses you is the Six of Pentacles. This is the card of give and take. So there may be this pattern that you have of giving too much of yourself and expecting too little in return. I'm not talking about one person earns 3 times the salary of another person, but expects that other person to pay half of everything. Maybe a generous person, who really believes that that other person loves them, is not just using them, would say, no, I'll pay, the majority of our bills because you don't have that much money. But energetically, that other person would still be feeding the relationship with good vibes because they're coming from a place of, just wanting to be in the relationship. They're like invested in the relationship. Think about that word investment. What do we think of? We usually think of money that you're investing, but you also invest time. You also invest your energy into something, and you want to see it pay off. You want to see it circulate. You want to see that's not stagnant, where it's like throwing money at something, when sometimes people have something that they're, putting money into and they never see a result from it. Like they're starting a business and they think they have to throw all this money at it and it just is like this bottomless pit. Eventually, you want to see the return for that energy that you've put into it. What's coming in is the Seven of Swords. For some of you that have felt this sense of being trapped, maybe this person is gaslighting you and you catch them in the act and they can't, bullshit you any longer. But this can also be you strategizing behind the scenes and maybe taking kind of a little bit of cover as you go about what you are doing. So if you are in a marriage that is not working out, you may not want to just announce it to that person because you want to get all your ducks in a row, especially if you feel like that person is capable of getting very vicious and trying to destroy you in some way. But it can just be like being alone with your thoughts, not necessarily being as vocal as you normally are. I wouldn't say it has to be, it's so secretive. It just is that you are doing your own thing. Whereas normally, and this is something else I see with a lot of Libra people, is they seem to always are looking for other people's opinions on what it is that they are doing instead of seeking their own counsel, because that gives you that sense of self. Rather than, the more that you ask for other people's opinions, you're going to get all kinds of opinions. And which one are you going to believe? It's really like giving away your power. Who cares what other people think? All that matters is what you think about a situation. And that's like consensus reality. That's not happening anymore. And the outcome is the Three of Wands, seeking wider pastures. I love this card because the number 3, I think, is a number of expansion, but definitely fire is expansion. Fire energy is very independent. It's very confident and it is creative. And it wants more out of a situation than what it is experiencing. So if this is true that you want more out of your life right now, Libra, hey, go for it by all means, because you can have that if you want it. You can have whatever you want. You just have to put yourself in the place where you can get that thing. You can't plant a seed that is dead and expect it to sprout. I mean, it's just common sense. If you are investing your energy in the wrong places, then it makes sense that you're going to get a bitter fruit from it. So, keep that in mind. And yeah, it's interesting looking at the eclipse energy for Libra. This is the Taurus eclipse is falling in your 8th house. So certainly there can be a secret that is revealed, and it can be a very in your face kind of a thing. The 8th house is the house of secrets, intimacy, and that kind of thing can be quite front and center. But knowledge is power, and you are, with the 3 of Wands, you're looking at things in just the right way that I would certainly see it as. Okay, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, if you'd like to look at the next 12 months as you have your solar return, or you just had your solar return, I take it out to the end of 2023, and I point out important transits in your life that the astrological readings that I do that are more general cannot fully suffice. And I have a package deal of an hour of natal chart interpretation, looking at that cosmic blueprint for this lifetime, plus the transits for a special deal. Or you can buy one of those readings separately. And I have other types of readings, life path, love readings. You can find me at rainamoonastrology.com. The link is below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.